Now I'm just
Yeah.
Steven.
On my shopping list, I have aux extender,
Oh,
and then I have need another charging block, and then a welcome mat. I don't have a welcome mat.
I have a welcome mat.
When you walk in, do you feel unwelcomed?
No, I have a welcome. Oh, your apartment?
My apartment.
Yeah,
I
but
need
that
a
has
welcome.
nothing to do with the mat.
Why would I keep a list for stuff that you need in your apartment? Just so I could.
I would keep a
see-
list of things you need in your apartment.
I know you.
A girlfriend,
Yeah.
dignity, a
That's-
life-size fat head wall sticker of Andre the
of
Giant.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
I do want. I used to have a cardboard cutout of Mr. Bean, and I used to scare people with it. Like I would leave it in rooms, and then when they would like flick the light on, like I would put it in the bathroom in my house. So when my parents would walk into the bathroom at night and flick the light on, they'd look into the mirror and Mr. Bean
That's
would be
good.
behind them.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because he's like, and he's always like,
Yeah, he's never in a good spot, that
No.
Mr. Bean.
I was like,
I had a Mr. Bean
imagining-
cut out, and I cut a hole where his dick was, and I put my dick through it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I had sex with him like that. I was like, let me flick your Mr. Bean.
Let me row your Atkinson.
There you go. That's his name.
Rowan Atkinson. Yeah.
I like when he plays a character that isn't Mr. Bean.
Oh yeah, like the Pope and he played the Pope in some movie.
Oh, Sonic 3. Yeah, he was the Pope.
No, not Sonic.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Did you see? It's like the rage right now. It's all the rage.
I tried to watch it. Did you?
No, I kind of started it, but it's a little too like.
It's like for kids.
Yeah, but it's also too like shiny and nice. It's like the animation is like too realistic.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to think of Sonic as like an actual living, breathing entity. You know?
Yeah, I didn't feel that way. I just felt like this is like adults had recommended it to me, and now I'm like, what you got? Are you retarded? Have
Yeah.
you been sniffing paint? This is a children's movie.
Yeah. I just realized I didn't bring my mouse in here.
I'll go get it.
I'm gonna get
I can
that.
entertain
My
the audience.
keyboard. Okay.
I had a show last night, so I did that. I went to the beach today. I was supposed to text Patty when I was going to the beach, and I forgot. And then I was sitting at the beach being like, oh, yeah, I invited Patty to this. So that's what I did today. I just realized I betrayed you as a friend. Yeah. I think that's okay, though. You had to set up these headphones.
No, I actually had I had an interview call today, and I had
go?
to set all this stuff up. Dude, so they hit me up and they're like, "Are you free for a call?" I was like, "Yeah." So I scheduled 2:30, and I got on the call, and
It's a good time for a dentist appointment.
oh yeah. What are you, Natalie Cuomo?
Oh, no.
But anyway, they said 2:30. So I got on the call, and he just like asked me all these questions that were on my resume, and I just confirmed them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, yeah, so we'll probably give you like an offer or something in like the next like couple days. I was like, oh, okay, great. Hung up the call. 5 minutes later, I get a text that I did not get the job.
Oh, my God. What is that?
I don't know. I've never been that like blue balled before.
Why
And
would
I'm-
he say the word offer?
And
if
I'm
he's gonna
almost
deny
30
you?
days into NoFap, and that was the most blue balls.
Wow. Do you take a shower and just almost bust now? I can't wait for your first night emission.
I know.
And talk about it on the bed. Like, yeah, I was laying where you are right now, and I woke up covered in my own guzzle.
My nocturnal emission.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to document it in my diary.
Yeah. Your dream diary. Last night I dreamed of Rowan Atkinson in my mom's bathroom and came all in my pajamas.
My diary of no spank instead of Anne Frank.
Yeah. The diary of... Dude, I was at a show
What about
last
the diary
night.
of Pan Frank? And she's like, I just want to have sex with everyone.
Right, that's good.
Yeah.
I was
But
thinking like a
quietly.
frying pan, which I don't know what that would be. She just had a frying pan.
Eggs.
She's like, what did you think? What did you think it was going to be? And she's just frying eggs.
Yeah.
There was a comedian I met last night. I think I'm going to shout him out. His name was, he doesn't care. His name's Bart Kumar. I had to bring him on. I went first, and I forgot his name. And I was like, what's his name? And they yelled from off stage, Bart Kumar. He's an Indian.
fart boomar.
Yeah. He was a Indian man, I believe, or maybe some other, he was in that part of the region, but he lives in Texas, and he has a mullet.
Oh,
Not like a mullet, like a cool. Like my friend Cody has like a sexy guy, like short. He has a mullet. It's like shaved here, like very short in size, so long on the back.
oh man.
And I came up.
Barf Kumar.
I was like, oh, Theo Non.
That's pretty good.
Theo Non.
Theo Non, yeah.
If I ever have to roast that guy, I'm gonna use that. But he lives in Texas,
Yeah.
and he's friends with me on Facebook because he doesn't use Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
he will
that's
never
kinda
see
cool.
this. But
Well, you never know. You never know the range of those guys.
yeah, guys, go find Bart Kumar on Facebook and tell him. If he'll know if you message him on Facebook and find him and put Theo Non.
I think if like we just showed a picture of like a Playboy girl in a magazine, like he would eventually find this video.
Yeah, and comment under it.
Please,
Please,
show.
please show booby.
Um,
Vagine, isn't that what they say?
yeah, vagine.
So it was like a Nicki Minaj thing. Like that's where it kind of started. Is like someone was. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I think there was a screenshot of Nicki Minaj on live, and it said like, "Nicki, please show Bob and Vagine."
Oh, okay.
I believe that's where it started.
That is like where a lot of like sexual pining, I think, starts is with Nicki Minaj.
Yes,
I'd imagine
from
the term,
India towards Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I'd imagine the term is like menage a trois. Started with like if you have sex with Nicki Minaj, it's like a threesome with all
Right.
the extra counterparts.
It counts
in
as
there.
2
Yeah, exactly.
on your time ticker of sex people you've had with.
Yeah.
Sex people.
Um,
When I have sex with someone, they're not a person; they're a sex person. Hello, I'm a sex person.
I'm a sex person. I turn into a sex person when I have sex.
Yeah,
I'm like a different guy.
yeah. You have to be a little bit.
because you can't be like you can't have the rattling of like stupid nonsense in your head.
No,
You have to like kind of turn it into like what would a dog do right now?
I slept with someone, and she told all my friends that they were like, "What's James like when he has sex?" She's like, "Exactly the same as he is all the time." And I'm like, "No, that's not true." I was
That
like, "I
can't
don't
be
want to
true.
be the same guy I'm all the time."
Yeah.
Because it's like, what? I'm just like, "Hey, oh," I don't know what I'm like all the time, but it's like I'm not
Yeah.
like the same guy all the time.
Yeah, it
Sometimes I'm
can't be.
serious.
Yeah, I get very serious, and I
Yeah.
don't like tomfoolery around there.
Yeah.
If they
Don't
crack
hit
a
me.
joke, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Shut up. I'm gonna hit you harder now.
I'm gonna hit you harder than Knuckles
I'm
in
gonna-
Sonic 3.
Yeah, and as you're having sex, you're referencing Sonic 3. Dude, I want to have sex with Knuckles.
Sounds like Knuckles has the right idea.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, get a few knuckles up in my tail.
But yeah, dude,
Tails.
the job hunt has been tough.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you should move back.
Imagine. The only thing is, if I leave my apartment now, I'm gonna get charged.
Yeah, you're going to get charged.
They actually told me, because I originally was like, yeah, I'll just pay out the lease if I leave early. Like that's what you do.
Mhm.
But there's like another option to pay like $2,500
To leave?
to leave, and she's like, you gonna want this? And I was like, okay. So I just agreed with her.
Yeah. Well,
But
I think you'll find a job. We just hired a 65-year-old man to work with me at my restaurant, so
oh wow, talk about refried beans.
yeah. And the only conversation we had, he asked me if I smoked grass and then invited me to go play pool with him.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'll update you guys when I go play pool with the older man. I mean, he looks old.
The old hippie guy.
Yeah, I guess he's a hippie. He's Canadian. So when you're Canadian, you move to America, that's like being a hippie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Didn't you have like a thing?
Oh, are you talking about my date?
Your what?
My date?
Didn't you have like a job thing? Didn't you have like some jobs you wanted to talk about?
Oh, I thought you
discuss?
were bringing up the time I went to a very fancy dinner with a janitor at a former job I went to.
Oh yeah, no.
No, I thought
remember
that's
that.
what you were referencing.
No.
No.
Oh, you don't.
No,
you
no,
don't
no, no,
want
no,
to
no.
do.
I don't even want to get into that until we watch a couple clips because
Okay.
I can't. I'll walk off. I'll walk off.
Well, you'll get pissed.
I'll get pissed off.
Okay. Well, maybe. I mean, this is the first video episode. Look at all this. You're probably wondering why we have headsets.
Yeah,
And
we're just
that's
playing
because-
sex noises in our ears.
We are now. News from Bed is upgrading. We have video technology.
Oh yeah, test it out.
So I still need to like. I wish I could have like a button to just switch the entire feed thing. You know, because I'm still gonna have to edit this in post.
Yeah,
But
but you know, you got time.
yeah.
For now. Oh. Is that part of it? You have to turn off the lamp?
No, I'm trying to like.
It's like when the house lights go down in the movie theater.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Dude, just do it on my thigh.
I was trying to like find the mouse.
Yeah,
here.
use the mouse on my thigh.
Okay, so I don't know how this is gonna. I don't know how this is gonna work, because it might be
Yeah,
like
this
a
is
little...
a big comedy story this week. This is a big deal.
Okay, yeah. So, New York comedian Natalie Cuomo, who exploded when me and James were in New York,
Because of us.
because
we really
us.
gave her that push.
But I would say it's mostly because of Louis J. Gomez. I don't know if that's like a popular take, but she used to date Louis J. Gomez.
Right. I did know that. And so that kind of like gave her a kick ahead of things.
I think it kind of put her name into the mix a little bit.
Yeah.
Because then she was like getting booked more on shows and stuff. Because
Right.
people want to get to the prowess that is the Puerto Rican rattlesnake. So, but anyway, she was kind of like one of the first. I'm talking about her like she's dead. She's not dead. She suffered an ill fate this weekend or this past weekend.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a controversial thing that happened to her where you were going to say she's the first, one of those people that posted a lot of Instagram reels of her stand-up, right?
Yeah, she was she's kind of the first of several like hot girl comics.
Yeah.
Who are not very funny but are attractive. And it's fair to say that. Like, is she a beacon of humor? No.
Right.
But she's got a lot of tattoos. She's very photographable.
Yes.
As we know, the one, remember John Cafaro always loved
taking photos
photographing her.
Yeah. No, I will, yes. I think I don't get it, but it could be for someone else because obviously she's performing at clubs and can go on tours, so she has enough of a following that people want to go out. I've seen the live stuff in club environment. Not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not my cup of tea.
And by the way,
I don't
when
care.
James says that, the club is literally the only place that comedy actually works. Like, it doesn't work on TV. It doesn't.
Right.
So you're admitting that you've seen her in the best environment that you can possibly see her, and she wasn't funny.
A lot of talking to the audience. A lot of the one I remember is I believe she came to Gold Sounds once.
She did come to Gold Sounds.
Maybe more than once, but I remember it being like kind of okay.
Because I've talked to her and she's very nice. But I decided after this clip came out, I'm done with caring about a comic because they're a nice person.
Yeah.
That means you, Nikhil Mehta. I'm completely exhausted.
Fuck you, Nikhil Mehta.
No, I don't know enough about Nikhil's stand-up, but...
Wait, so that was a real opinion? I thought you were picking a guy that you knew.
I do know Nikhil, but I don't like watch his stand-up. But
right. I don't watch most people.
But he bores me to death. And listen, Natalie Cuomo, very nice. She was like very complimentary to me one time after a set. And by that, I mean, she said, like, good job. And my heart exploded in pure bliss. Yeah.
Yes. But then this clip came out. She's been doing the road, I think, with Dan Lamort, who is her husband?
Who's her husband and Pete Alonso's best friend. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Yeah, so, and they're both hot.
I met Dan at a very strange point in his life, and we talked for a very long time one evening.
Oh,
and
really?
I've never seen him since or before.
Wow.
Just one evening, he was in a very weird situation of, I would say, like a what is it, like a vector of his life, like a vector's where 2 points meet. Correct?
Oh yeah, an intersection.
Yeah,
he was at a fork in the road.
He was at a fork in the road. I think of like some things that happened to him.
Yeah, he was probably deciding like, do I have to fight Louis J. Gomez for the love of
this
my
was
wife?
Before they were together.
Oh,
and he was,
okay.
He
But
was
yeah, that might have been
embroiled. But he used to be really, really fat. I remember people told me he used to be really, really fat, and he didn't look like a guy that used to be really fat.
Oh, okay.
And then he's really thin. And I thought he was pretty good because I'm a misogynist. Firstly. Secondly, I'm a father.
But yeah, with him.
Thirdly, I'm an American.
I've never seen him do comedy. I know he's a good-looking guy, so I don't know if he's funny.
He wasn't bad.
Because when I see someone who's attractive, I completely throw the concept of humor out the window. So
sometimes you can't tell if a guy is autistic or if he's from Brooklyn, but I think Dan is autistic.
Okay.
Because he does
from
comedy about being autistic.
Okay. I think he's from Queens, too, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so Natalie got...
Great. I got it wrong.
Natalie got heckled at a show.
At her show.
I haven't watched this full thing. I've seen like parts of it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to like it's hard for me to go through this like and watch this.
Do you want to? We'll just stop along the way then.
Yeah, we'll stop along the way.
Oh my god, I love it! Okay, wait, what made you want to ask him? Huh?
Okay, so she's like what, in the bowels of crowd work right now?
Yeah, she's talking to people. Can I say something about crowd work that happened to me last night?
Sure.
I don't want to go on a big tangent, but
Wait, hold on, let me just test if this works. Nope.
What'd you try to do?
I don't think I need to type anything.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
think
okay.
you're good, man. We're here talking. We don't
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
type on the screen.
No, because if I could hit the space bar, that would be easier than clicking.
Oh, okay. So, last night I was at a show, and I asked someone, like, I was talking about, like, being from Florida, and, like, it was in Clearwater where there's a lot of people that come to the club that are on vacation. So I was first, so I was like, let me ask them, like, where they're from. Like, who thinks they're from the furthest? I like asking a question like that to put the audience in, like, a competitive zone. Like, who thinks they're from the furthest place from here? And this one guy in the front row, he was like, he, like, raised his hand, and he was like, I'm from Mars.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. I was like, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad. And the audience was like groaning at
Did
his
you
answer.
spaz on him like this?
No, I didn't do this. I was like, and then later he like raised his hand and said something. I was like, you don't have to raise your hand, but if you do, I will not call on you. Why are you raising? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
In the middle of a bit, he just raises his hand.
Did he
like-
raise his hand like this?
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
a good
since
one, man.
when did Martians learn how to raise their hand?
Hey, that's a good point, man. All right, let's check this video out.
Okay, now that we know, so she's in the midst of crowd work.
Why are you making it sound like we're a couple?
Oh my god, don't get
It's
scared.
not my fault. I got material.
What? Oh,
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault. you
Wow,
don't have
you're.
material.
Oh, it's not that. Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
I could leave right now if
Well,
I
I can
wanted.
roast you too. You can't just roast all of us and get nothing.
Okay.
So he caught her there. He caught her. Obviously, what you'll see unfold is that he's caught her. She obviously has an emotional reaction to this, or has something that she's pissed off about, because he says, "Why are you acting like we're a gay couple? Because you're just gonna roast us because you don't have material." And she gets mad.
Right.
She gets mad because he said that, because she immediately gets mad. You can tell.
And you can, first of all, the first thing that would pop into my mind if this was happening to me, if a gay guy said you're going to roast us because you don't have material, the first joke in your head is like, well, you're going to roast in eternity in hell
There
for
you
being
go.
gay with your butt.
Right.
So anyway, by the way, speaking about being gay with your butt, you can be gay with your feet on the News from Bed Patreon.
Patty, not now.
Okay.
Don't plug your foot now.
Oh, I want to get a good look at her too here. Hold on. Okay, so you can see
She's mad, dude.
She's mad, but she's got a lot of tattoos.
Oh yeah, that too.
And
she's mad, so she got tattoos.
I know this is like, maybe this is like mean, but I think if she didn't have all those tattoos, her career would be better. Is that like is that wrong to say?
What? Explain though more, because I think that this is the whole thing that she is.
You think
looking
that's
like.
her thing? That's
Yeah,
why
I mean,
she's
got
big.
like a hairstyle, and she's got like a what looks to be a Misfits T-shirt.
She
with
does have the
cuffs.
Kurt Cobain kind of hairstyle.
Yeah, she looks like you know, that's like her thing. Obviously,
I just think if she had less tattoos, she maybe wouldn't have hit that like bad girl niche and would instead be just like the emo girl. But I guess
Right.
emo girls have tattoos.
well, she looks like she'll be meaner than she is, because she's a very nice
she's
person.
very nice.
And
Very
she-
sweet.
and, you
it
know-
pains me to do this on the podcast.
Well, you decided to do it. I'm gonna do whatever I want. But keep going. This is fun.
Okay.
So she's mad.
I see. So you were afraid because like you felt like I was saying you're gay.
I can take the mic if you want.
Oh shit. She said he could take the
He's your new
mic.
friend.
I will say this, like, it is such a hard time in this world right now. There's so many people that came together to be supportive and fucking amazing, and you're putting negative. No, fucking look me in the eyes. You're putting
Okay,
negative
okay.
fucking energy.
Okay, this is like what really upsets me is when a woman
Go ahead. I'm making that my ringtone.
when
but
they
go ahead.
put their hands on their knees and get down low like they're about to like try to sack you in the fourth quarter, you know?
Yeah.
Because like it's just like this is like she's trying to teach him a lesson or something, but she's just upset because she didn't think of a comeback, I think. You know?
If you're going to talk to the audience to a point where a guy in the front row is noticing that you do not have material. And this guy obviously maybe has some level of awareness of comedy enough to mention that she's talking to them, and that's...
I think that's a good point, is now comedy audiences have become so aware of this crowd work thing
Yes.
that, like, it's just, you don't need any material. You can just kind of flounder around on stage to cut time out because you didn't write or prepare enough jokes.
Right.
And if you're a headliner, you know, crowd work is like, it's an important tool for maybe like 15 minutes of your set out of an hour. So
Yes.
it's like, if you're spending your entire time, you have to be really, really good at crowd work to get away with doing it for a long, extended time.
I'm not an elite tier comedian like Natalie Cuomo, but I do crowd work if I'm first, if I'm hosting, or if it's something that I've built into the act where I'm asking a question and I will get an answer.
Or if something extraneous happens.
Yeah, someone drops a drink, someone says something, like a heckler confrontation is very common. And
But this heckler is clearly just upset because he paid to come to his show.
he's not heckling.
And he's not
being
laughing.
talked to.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this, like, look, the video's called Heckler Confronts Comedian. And these are not hecklers if your show is people and you talking the entire time.
Yeah.
If you prepared an hour of material and you're going to perform that hour of material and someone interrupts your flow at an inappropriate time and ruins a punchline, that is a heckler.
Right, because she opened the door to be able to have someone respond.
And there's a cut right before she does this freak out.
I would argue that she's heckling us right now.
Well, we're actually heckling her. This is actually a post-mortem heckling.
You're right. Okay, yeah, that's true.
We're literally doing sports commentary. We should have like a yellow marker we can put X's and O's on the scene.
Yeah.
But there's a cut in there, and I'd be interested in what happened in between because I'm sure it wasn't good.
I did notice
sure it was an awkward, long pause.
Because did she put this video out?
I don't know. You have the video up. I saw a tweet.
I don't know. There's like so many sources.
I saw a tweet, and then I saw this video posted on Twitter underneath the tweet. That's what I saw.
Okay.
And so I saw this clip that when it cuts, her yelling.
Right.
Again, Patty, it's not heckling is different. I've done shows with people who freak out when someone answers a rhetorical question.
Yes.
Like at Gold Sounds, someone who hosted the show would get so mad when someone would say anything. It's like, that is not a heckle. That is someone who is an enthusiastic participant in the show.
Yeah, or doesn't realize that it's supposed to be kind of a one-way conversation. Because, like, a lot of comics, the way they deliver jokes is almost like you're supposed to respond, but you have to, like, refrain, you know?
Yes.
Like, some people, and this is, like, a New York comic problem, where they'll tell a joke, but they're, like, kind of, like, pitching it like it's this. Like, you ever notice how, like, this is like this? And it's like, okay, now the audience is going to be like, no, I have, or yes, you know, because it's like,
what?
It's not like, this is crazy that this is this, or that, or like, it's not definitive. It's kind of like,
it's rhetorical.
Open-ended. Yeah.
It's like, it's not meant to be answered. It's meant to set up so you can talk about something.
Right.
But if delivered in a bit, you kind of do have to take the angle of being confident in it so that you don't open yourself up to be in a conversation with someone. But that's not what we're talking about, because based on the limited context we have of this show, I want to emphasize that we don't know what happened before this, and then she cuts something out so we don't know what happens before this freak out. But if you're emboldened by something, or your argument or your side of something of validating and feeling like you did something that you were correct in doing, don't cut anything, because then you're going to show that you were completely in the right.
Yeah.
So the cut is only damning her side more here.
Right. So the video must, because this is the longest one they have. Like they cut it down shorter to like a minute, but the 2 minutes and 22 seconds is like the longest clip that they have. So she must have put this out, or someone on her team, or one of her tattoos. Let's continue.
Out here. This is the last show of my fucking. Look me in the fucking eye. This is the last. Look at me. This is the last show of my fucking weekend. It's a sold out show, and you want to say mean shit to me, okay? So don't fucking do that.
I lost the mouse. Okay, so now the crowd of incel men is chanting her name. She just had a real bad freak out, but
But everyone seems to be supporting that freak out.
everyone in the crowd is supporting this freak out. But it is her crowd, and it is a sold-out crowd.
I like to
as
imagine that
said.
she doesn't have a team, and she's sitting there putting the text that says her own name 3 times. She's like, "See, they were chiming for
She
me."
might have been doing that. Hold on, I want to...
The last show of my fucking weekend is a sold-out show, and you want to say mean shit to me, okay? So don't fucking do that.
She didn't really say anything. She just basically said, "Don't do that," and then stood up and did like a WWE like taking in the crowd kind of trot around.
I haven't seen. I've seen this particular clip a couple times. I watched it through because I was very, I don't want to say floored, but it was engaging to me. I was like, this is insane. I genuinely believe, Patty, that this is a turning point in stand-up. When
I kind of hope
stand-ups are
so.
posting clips of them screaming at audience members
Yeah,
that paid probably $50
yeah.
to be there to see you.
with the tickets and drinks. Yeah,
This is insane.
I think it will, if anything, entice audience members more to try to inspire such a freak out from a comedian, because like it's kind of like watching your favorite baseball player. It's like when you like Kobe Bryant is on the line or whatever, and like you're heckling him from the crowd and he can't hit a free throw. You're like, this is incredible. I'm completely in his head.
Yeah.
Hope he doesn't fly a plane into a mountain. But like, I think it kind of shows like the underbelly of what's going on here, because I don't know. Stand up is really bad right now, and it's very uninspiring. There's not a lot of people. Me and Malia have talked about this. Like, we feel like Louis might have ruined stand-up
Yeah, it's possible.
because nobody is going to be able to do what he did in terms of being funny and like prolific.
Well, you have to do your own thing, I think. Like, Mulaney and Louis are different comedians, but I think Mulaney is still kicking at a high-velocity stand-up capacity. And I'm not even going to go into guys I think are good as, like, a stand-up fan. Like, Nate Bargatze, I think, is still doing a good job. And I really am trying to think of another name so I can seem more legitimate in my argument. But I think that there's... Jim Gaffigan had a pretty good special.
Shaolin Summers?
I don't know who that is. But, like, there's comedians who are putting out specials that are good. And that they are... If you went to go see them at a show, that you would be entertained. And I think...
But with every one of those top-tier comics, there's about 100 of these high-tier Instagram comics who got famous from putting reels out or just videos of themselves walking around, and they've accumulated a following, so now people think that they're good or think that they're important. So now they can go on tour, and they can bring audience members in, and whether or not the audience realizes that they're getting duped, they are, and they will eventually. And I think with like this kind of stuff, like you said, this is kind of the start of what we're going to see, because audiences are becoming more acclimated to what comedy should be. It's just been so bad.
Yeah.
When someone is good and you don't have to see them in an arena, that's the biggest thing. Like, I've seen comedy in an arena. It's absolutely dog shit. Like, you could say whatever you want that it's like, oh, we saw whoever, Bert Kreischer. It's not a good show. Like, you'll get a comedy club is a much more intimate environment, but that also makes the comic a lot more vulnerable to this kind of shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway.
Let's see what happens after the video.
Let's see what happens after the video.
Well, wait. Pause real quick. So her thing that she yells at him is, there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now, and I guess like basically people are trying to have a good time, and you're saying mean shit to me. I don't think this is a gay guy. Not saying that it's any... Okay, I don't even need to say that.
Yeah, why would you ever say that to a gay? Of course a gay guy is saying mean shit to you.
Right. I think she's implying this guy is at this show with his friend, and that he is gay because he's sitting with his friend. And it's like...
Who do you think your audience is?
If you're opening up the crowd to be responding to you, and you're being... Like, I've said things to a crowd. I was at a show last week at Sunshine, and this woman wouldn't stop talking, and... I said a bit, and she was like, I said something to her about her talking too much, and then her friend goes, she's a black belt. And I was like, a black belt in what? Complaining to your waitress, which is not that harsh of a dig. It's actually not even that great of a joke. But she was really mad.
Yeah.
And she She said something to 2 comics that were standing next to me after the show that they did good, and she didn't say anything to me. Because if you're going to go there,
Yeah.
people are going to have a response, and there's no. It's not. I'm not like some like right-wing Joe Rogan person who's saying this, but it genuinely is not a safe space, and it is honestly one of the least safest spaces you can be in, to be the only person talking in a room full of people, particularly a room full of young men in 2025.
Yeah.
A volatile community of people who are eager to be a part of something.
That's who her audience is. I think it's like girl bosses and like guys who want to fuck her.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone's going necessarily for like the deep cut bits. So this kind of shit is gonna happen again. She also said it was the last show of her weekend, and she was like upset about that. Maybe it wasn't a good weekend.
Yeah, and it was sold out. I mean, she's obviously doing well.
She
We are
is doing
sitting in a
well.
bed in Florida.
Judging.
Judging. She's obviously doing very well for herself.
Yeah.
But this is not something you're posting it like, and the way she acts and the way the crowd chants. I mean, what are you going to do after that? What if she has like 25 minutes left in her set?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the set is over when you lose the veil of humor and that you're like there telling jokes. It's hard to just flip that switch and convince the audience that you're doing that.
You're not a fucking punk rock musician, okay? It's different. And if you want to do something new, that's fine. If you want to try and find a way to do stand-up in a new way that's more interactive, whatever, that's fine. But doing this, and also, if the guy said something before she did this and she cut that out, it's only making it so that we don't know what he said. And I'm only assuming it made her look worse because
maybe
she's only
it was
posting.
very funny.
Yeah.
If it was a gay guy, it was funny.
I don't think he's gay. I think
I don't
that's
think
the
so
insult.
either.
But
Yeah.
let's watch the post. Let me tell you something, brother.
She likes the cheers. You can tell she likes the cheers. Takes a little sip.
If you want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin break a microphone on someone's head,
You can leave.
Oh, he leaves. I wonder if this for him was like some kind of a sexual kink. Like he just wanted her to yell at him because he just gets up and leaves, I guess. Like that's like, you know, and he's like, oh, okay, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he probably thought nothing of this encounter. He was probably hammered, didn't even remember this happened.
Yeah.
And now he's...
I would be, if she didn't invite something and he pissed her off and she acted like this, I would have more sympathy. But I know what was happening before this, which is crowd work. And she shows herself calling these guys gay. So,
Yeah.
like, I would have more empathy for her. I don't really care about the guy. I'm not, like, defending this guy. Obviously, I don't know this guy, and I've only met her once.
The guy could be anyone.
The guy could be horrible. The guy could beat his wife or something. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But, you know, he leaves because it's like, well, what is he going to do at this point? He's front row at a comedy show where the comedian just screamed at him.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
It's funny that she's wearing a Mount Joy t-shirt,
Yeah.
too. Which, by the way, I stayed with Mount Joy in an Airbnb one time. Like, accidentally.
How?
Because, like, I was at this music festival in Burlington, and they were playing at it. And the Airbnb we had, like, they were in, like, another room in the same big house.
Oh.
They're like, yeah, there's, like, someone from a band staying. We're like, oh, shit. And then, like, we went and saw them come and came back. And the next day when we were leaving, we were like, who was the band? They were like, I think, like, Mountain Joy or something. And I was like, oh, shit, that was Mount Joy.
Well, that's cool. That's a good one. It's a good story.
This guy's texting his friend. It's so cute.
Yeah.
You can leave too. I won't be offended. Okay.
So the guy leaves and his friend stays and he texts his friend.
LOL, what a fucking clown. I did warn you I would get kicked out. Man, she is sensitive, especially for a comedian.
I mean, kind of true. But,
Yeah. I also think it's like funny to be a guy being like, yeah, I knew I was going to get kicked out. Like, all right, man, cool. Why'd you go?
yeah.
Yeah, I actually go to comedy shows so I could try to get kicked out.
That guy probably handed her phone being like, I hope she puts her number in here. Then I would have a little Mount Joy in my pants.
Okay, let's. He takes a selfie with it.
Okay, and that was it. Look at these guys.
Dude, how much steel is reinforcing both of those couches right now?
There is maybe 1,200 pounds in that photo right
That's
there.
awesome, dude.
Probably more.
Look at that, dude. Look at all. If you took, you could make 2 extra guys from all the weight in that photo.
Imagine if all of them were on this bed with us.
Dude, you'd have to get a fucking cinder block.
Should we call in to a not live podcast?
Yeah, we should.
All right, well, that was the Natalie Cuomo debacle.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like she doesn't give a fuck. She's gonna be fine. Like this is only gonna do more for her. For people. I mean, people on Twitter were like, "This is awesome. This is great," and it's like, "What's great? We didn't see what happened. If he was horrible, then maybe that would be justified. But why cut it out? Why, like all that we know that he said is that you don't have any material and you called me and my friend gay, so give me the mic. Maybe I could do something."
Yeah, and then she spazzed.
And then
but
she
listen,
spazzed and screamed at him.
Yeah. With that being said, I'm a huge fan of Natalie,
Great.
and I wish her well.
Yeah.
Donald
Yeah,
Trump.
good luck to you. I
No,
wish her well.
she's going to be very well off in her career, much better than you or I will ever achieve. So, yeah, I don't really feel anything towards that. So, it's just an interesting thing that can I like you said, I think that we're going to see some more of that stuff. And I hope it doesn't become a trend where comedians start posting them just getting mad at audience, because like that's not like why you do the thing.
Remember
We're
Stephen
drifting
Hofstetter?
further.
Steve Hofstetter, right? That was his name. And he's
the,
the redhead, and he posted all the videos on YouTube that were like comedian destroys heckler.
Oh yeah,
Right,
he
that's
was
his
like the
name?
original guy.
He was like the original guy posting clips of his stand up, and like, you know, I've heard great things about that guy, so whatever. Just like I've heard great things about Natalie, you know, whatever. But he would never do that to the heckler. He would have a clever retort, or call the heckler fat, or talk about his mom, and like have something that was still in the context of being a comedian. And she left the context of being a comedian in that moment and became a frazzled person that like zoomed out and said like, the world is so fucked up right now. So why are you doing this to us? And it's like, I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did.
In my opinion, you want the heckler to react the way that she did. Then you know you hit a nerve.
Exactly.
Like Late Night Live, we had women always upset with us.
Yeah, we had women say that exact quote at us.
line to us.
Yeah.
Which I think she just stole from them.
She must have saw that video.
But we always kept our cool.
Dude, we had women try to throw drinks at us and approach the stage, and we never acted like that.
We never acted a fool.
She's gonna get charged.
She gonna get charged.
She keep acting like that, she gonna get charged.
I should have like a soundboard that's just like poof, it's just the sound of like a big stamp or something.
Charged.
You gonna get charged.
It's a stamp with a register. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have much to say. I just think that comedy is in dire straits, and this is just indicative of it.
Let's go on to this news article here. Man claimed he was warming up his chicken in sauna after becoming aroused by pool jets. So I guess there's a lot of like there's a lot of language in this that basically means this guy was this Chinese guy was jerking off in a sauna. I don't know why it's like important news, but I thought it was funny. I also got it off of Reddit, and the first comment was like, "Yeah, this happens to me like all the time," and it got like 15 upvotes. Have you been to a sauna?
No.
It feels like one in here right now, doesn't it?
It's a little toasty.
Yeah.
I'm okay though.
Okay.
So he. Okay.
Should I read the article?
I mean, you can read a little bit of it. Do you have something to say?
Not yet.
Is that the guy? Why do they have like an HD
I
photo?
think that's the guy. Yeah.
Imagine if it's not. It's just a picture of a Chinese. They looked up Chinese guy, and then they just
I
put
know,
that
but that guy doesn't even look that Chinese.
That guy looks
you
like he
know?
developed an app for warming your chicken.
He does.
He looks like an app developer. He's got the hoodie.
Is that what they call it in China? Because that is a very large animal to be compared to the Chinese penis.
Well, cock maybe.
Oh, okay. Maybe he said. I bet he said chicken. They always have like
A
an
man who
analogy.
was caught with his pants down in a sauna claimed to have been warming up his chicken. A court has heard. What is it?
A court has heard. Well, I guess they said that in court. Jin Yang has been for a swim at a university leisure center when a woman noticed him staring at her from across the sauna. The 59-year-old had shorts down to his knees and was touching himself at the time. It is claimed, prosecutors said he had become aroused by the feeling of the pool jets on his bottom. I cannot deny the fact that those are exciting jets. I used to sit on those as a kid.
Yeah.
You just sit on, and they never like made me hard because I'm just
No.
way too straight.
Well, I used to put them on my back. I didn't put them like up my butthole.
Oh, you didn't? You never like sat on them and then opened your mouth like you were a little fountain boy?
I was just waiting for it to come out the other end, baby. He was confronted by staff at the Tom Husband Leisure Center. It sounds like he was being pretty husbandry and leisurely, if you ask me.
That is definitely leisurely. I hate how they spell center.
Centre.
Centre.
At the Tom Husband Leisure Center.
At Salford University, who told him he was banned and alerted the police. What are the police going to do?
Arrest his
Get
boner.
calm on him?
Yeah.
Zhang was charged and pleaded guilty to a charge. So he pleaded guilty of outraging public decency at an earlier hearing. He admitted to touching his private parts, but denied he was masturbating or that it was a sexual act. Well, what else would you be doing for that?
He admitted to touching his private parts, but denied he was masturbating or that it was a sexual act. In his basis of plea, Zhang said he was cold from having been swimming and put his hands to his shorts to warm his penis.
Interesting. But he was in it's a sauna.
Wait. Look at this next part. Zhang later attended a Natalie Cuomo stand.
And said, "You're not so funny. But you are pretty enough for me to warm my chicken."
I want to warm my chicken. I want to warm my chicken at the Natalie Cuomo show. Is that good?
That's pretty good. On Monday, February 3rd, he appeared in the Bolton Magistrates Court. God, everything they
this
do
is
so
British.
faggy.
This is British.
Yeah, for a trial. Yeah, he's British
Oh.
Chinese.
I was in Birmingham, Alabama. like an Asian guy in Alabama.
That's do they even have rice in England?
They have to. Well, he probably brought it in his pants.
Oh, wow.
He was like, I was removing the rice from my pants.
I had to cook the rice in my pants.
The sauna's the only way I can cook rice.
You get a better sticky rice texture if you warm it in your pants.
He
Where
said he had-
magistrate? What the fuck is a magistrate? That sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah.
I put your magistrate to the graveyard.
Were asked to rule if they accepted his version of events. Following a hearing lasting several hours, the bench said there were inconsistencies with his account, and they ruled that the act was for sexual gratification. God, that's gotta suck when a court tells you that you were whacking off. Because he was definitely whacking off. I
Yeah,
mean, this isn't like
absolutely.
the most important story, but I thought this led into this next story because we go from the chicken to the egg here. The heist of 100,000 eggs in Pennsylvania has become a whodunit that the police have yet to crack.
Oh my god.
There's been a lot of egg news lately.
Yeah.
About the price of eggs, people are stealing them. Costco, they're selling out. And nobody gets harder for an egg story than these journalists who get to use
crack.
He fried the egg. He was frying his egg when he, everybody's scrambling.
Yeah, let's see when they say police are scrambling for evidence. Let's see when they use
Okay,
let's
yeah.
count.
How many paragraphs?
Let's take our penis down in the sauna for every time they say a heist of 100,000 eggs from the back of a trailer in Pennsylvania has become a whodunit. Okay, so that's just the title.
that
of the
police have
article.
yet to crack. 4 days after the theft that law enforcement said could have been tied to the sky-high cost of eggs, no leads have come in. So they think the cost of eggs is going up because people are stealing them. That doesn't really make sense. Trooper First Class Megan Frazier. Oh, well, here's why we don't have any evidence. A spokesperson for the Pennsylvania State Police said Wednesday. Well, I guess I would put a woman on this job because women know eggs more than men.
Right.
They
Like
got 'em.
like her coworker is like, there was another rape at the river, and they're like, she's like, I'm looking for the egg thief.
Like that's great.
They give her the whimsical crimes.
Yeah.
to prosecute.
This is bad timing too because Easter is right around the corner.
Oh God, what are we gonna?
It's
do?
going to be the most expensive Easter since I don't know, the War of 1812, we're relying on leads from people from the community. So we're hoping that somebody knows something and they'll call in and give us some tips.
Dude, look at this quote. In my career, I've never heard of 100,000 eggs being stolen. This is definitely unique, said Frazier, who has a dozen years on the job.
Okay, there we go.
Dude, she's destined for this case.
Yeah, she is.
A dozen years in, a dozen eggs.
I know. They should have got a guy who's got 100,000 years in.
Bird flu is forcing farmers to slaughter millions of chickens a month, pushing the egg cost more. Yeah, I went to the grocery store today, dude. Eggs are $10.
Jesus
Eggs are
Christ.
$10.
I got mine for $5, but they were like all sold out. I think everyone was like, everyone's been buying these eggs out. The average price per dozen nationwide is $4.15 in December. Not quite as high as the $4.82. What's like the lowest you remember eggs being?
Like $2.80.
Really?
I feel like I remember paying around $3 for eggs.
I feel like eggs, milk, and gas always the same price.
Yeah.
You can quote me on that.
I read this article when we were living in New York, and it was like this economic theory about pizza and the subway fare, and it's how you can tell how the economy of New York is doing.
Right.
Because it used to be that pizza was $2.75 and the subway fare was $2.75.
Yeah.
But then the subway went up to $2.90, and then the pizza all went up to $3. And it was like, oh shit. Because like when the dollar slice disappeared, that's when you knew it's like you can't take the train and get a lunch for under $5 anymore.
That's like one of the biggest like farce or conspiracies in New York City is that they have dollar slice pizza, because they technically do. But if you go to a place that has dollar slices, it's just riddled with homeless people.
Yeah.
Because that's like how they eat. That's how they sustain that style of living that they have. So you can't really like just have a slice of dollar pizza and stop in and not get like, you know, HIV from the experience.
No, for real. Yeah, I get what you mean. When I was going to New York in college to take improv classes, they had dollar slices. It was like Two Brothers Pizza, and there was like a bunch of them, and it was an actual dollar. So you could put $1. I'd put like $2 or $3 down, and you get like 2 slices and a Coke.
And a Coke,
it was
yeah.
like $3. And then like they still have like one Two Brothers Pizza left. It's on that same street that
It's on like Delancey, right? Or Essex?
No, it's over where Colt used to be. What was that street called? Like you were just there. You immediately forgot.
I was just there?
Well, you just lived there. I haven't been there for like 6 or 7 months now.
Oh, yeah. It's not like Avenue A?
No, it's like the street where it's the name of the club.
Oh, St. Mark's?
St. Mark's.
They have a dollar slice
Yeah,
there?
Two Bros was on St. Mark's. That's the last one I was ever able to find, where you could actually put $1 on the counter and get the worst slice of cheese pizza you could ever get.
You know, I went to that. You know that pizza place at the corner of St. Mark's?
Yeah, Sam's.
Maybe they have like bagel
or
pizza.
Ben's. I think it's Ben's.
Maybe
or
it's
Sam's.
Ben's or Jay's.
Yeah, I think it's Ben or
not
Sam.
Jay's.
Oh, yeah.
I was in there one time with 2 comics who you know very well, and there was like a homeless
Natalie Cuomo and
George Floyd
and Jin Zhang, the guy from the chicken warming.
And there was like a homeless guy who came in, and he walked up to our table and was just like, "Can I get like a couple dollars?" And we're like, "No." You're just conditioned to be like, "No, I don't have any money," even though there's like literally dollars falling out of your pants, you know? And we're like, "No." And then he pulled out a knife and held it up to his throat and was like, "I'm going to kill myself if you don't give me money." And I like almost gave him money. But the only reason I didn't give him money is because like the 2 comics I were with were like, "No, get the fuck out of here." Like they did not care about this guy at all. It was like a big like moment where I was like, "Oh my God, the value of human life is not the same in every one of our."
No.
Because I was like, if he's going to do that, like he should have like $1. I don't want to get, he's got a knife. Like, I don't want him to, first of all, I don't want him to kill himself in front of me.
Right.
Just scar me for the rest of my life. Or
he was never going to do
flip that thing around. Yeah, that's true. If there's one group of people who will never kill themselves, it's homeless people.
Yeah, oh my God, I wish they would. Come on. Dude, you know what's funny about homeless people? And this might sound insensitive, and I'm fully copping to...
I wish my nose was insensitive to the way they smell.
That's a good one. You should write that one in your bit book. There's obviously crazy homeless people who need to be in a mental institution. There's obviously people who are horribly addicted to drugs. But there's like a thing about homeless people where it's like you got nobody. You got no couch you can crash on. Nobody who can help you get back on your feet. So it's a little bit sometimes where I'm like,
what did you do?
Spurned everyone you know?
Yeah, what did you do?
And you're choosing to live on the street because they're choosing to do it. Obviously, like they're probably kicked out of an apartment or something. But like, I remember in New York, someone told me who worked in that field of like helping homeless people, being like, they don't want to stay here. They come and then people get stabbed at the homeless shelters. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
But also, they just don't want to get help. They just want to do their own thing, which is like, I get you keep your autonomy, but you're sleeping on the subway.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know. I would be dead long before I'm homeless, and I would be sucking dick long before I was dead.
Yeah. Well, is that the order?
I don't know if that's the order.
What else you got?
Let's go to the next thing here. This one's pretty fun. I don't know if you saw this, but the Department of Education, every government agency is getting absolutely dicked by Doge right now.
Right.
Because they're all like money laundering schemes and like people are upset about us getting rid of these money laundering schemes and defending them for some reason. Like they already filed for impeachment for Trump already.
Really?
Yeah. Like I think I doubt it'll happen. But
No,
like,
I think he has the House and the Senate, right? There won't be a majority.
But at the Department of Education, they hired this guy to be security, and it's just kind of a funny.
Do they know that we're here? Max, ask the question again. That's important.
This security guard.
Are you making this decision to stand in front of this door on your own behalf, on behalf of the Department of Education, or were you told to come out here and block members?
So this guy in the brown shirt here was, I guess,
all the way buttoned up, dude.
All the way buttoned up. Bald guy, for the listeners. Bald guy. He's got a pair of glasses on his head, which means he ain't seeing none of your shit. He is not like the most buff guy, but he is hired security through a government, I guess through Doge. He's like hired to not allow anyone into the Department of Education building, which, reading some of the comments, it's like none of these people were ever going into work anyway.
Is that Bernie Sanders? Right?
It looks like Bernie, but it's not. It's some other guy. But everyone wants to get in now because they know their job is in jeopardy. So they're like, I should show up to work today and show that I am of some value. But it's far too late. Like, the details are already out. The money is already being accounted for and everything. So, if you weren't doing anything for the past, 12 years or whatever, we are very aware of it,
Yeah.
So basically, this video is just of this guy and how he handles this situation. I think it can kind of draw parallels to how, maybe Natalie Cuomo should have handled her situation.
This is a parallel to Natalie.
Watch this guy.
I'm doing my job.
So everybody's
What is that? We're doing our jobs. We're trying to save you. We're doing our jobs.
Show them your ID. Were you told to stand here, or did you decide to stand here and block members of Congress from entering the Department of Education?
to federal buildings.
members of Congress.
We're allowed in there.
So a private security contractor
Do you know who
is
members of
logging
Congress are?
members of
We're all
Congress.
members of Congress.
Maybe he doesn't
They're all
understand
members of
who-
A private
Congress.
security contractor.
Is everyone a member of Congress? I don't know who any of these guys are.
Did you know?
Are you?
Yeah.
What division?
You don't want to know. The egg division. Egg and masturbation division.
I'm imagining.
I'm in the Natalie Cuomo division of Congress. That's why I know so much.
I'm imagining you having to do this job. It would not have turned out the same way.
No, dude.
You would have sassed these people.
Oh,
back.
yeah, dude. I
Because
would have been like, there's so much going wrong in the world right now, and you're being mean. You can leave.
you can leave. See,
Give me your friend. Give me your phone,
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders. And
this is my last gig of the weekend.
I sent AOC a picture of me flicking her off. Take that from Bernie's phone, from Bernie's flip phone. Give me my phone back. I need it to calculate the income tax of Vermont.
I think they told this guy, just don't answer any questions. You don't have to.
Yeah, Is he security?
I guess so, because he's just not letting anyone in. But
If they really want to get in there, if you wanted to get my cool Congress member, they should have just pushed him out of the way. Just get in there.
I know.
If
But-
he's blocking you, push him.
But I think he might be a federal employee, so I think if you like assault him, you're like,
Yeah, but if you're a congressman, it's like you're both federal.
oh, they both
employees.
cancel each other out.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's just a street.
You assaulted a
duel.
federal employee. I am
Yeah.
a federal employee.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
So
Do you want to have sex with my daughter?
how do they like hire a guy like this? Like they're in the interview. that-
LinkedIn. This guy definitely got a security job
Is
on
making the
LinkedIn.
decision to block members of Congress from access. From
He
a
does not
public
give a
access
single fuck
entrance.
about any of these people.
Who's that woman? in
I
the
don't
front?
think he knows.
You have the authority as a private security contractor to block members of Congress. That has been knighted and granted to you.
You have to at least let us go to the desk. Yeah.
He's like, girl.
Oh my, look at that. Who told you to do this? Open the door. So do you understand who members of Congress are?
Do you understand who members of Congress? Yeah, I fucking know. It's every one of you guys.
I see the big building across the street.
They told me this was gonna happen, and this is how you were gonna respond.
She's like, sir, you gonna get charged. If you don't let us in there, you gonna get charged.
And he's like, I lost my keys. I
lost
need a
my
new set of keys.
Please keep my ID for 4 days.
You know, we have a job to do. We're not dangerous people. We're not. I don't know. We're security. There are no thieves and thugs out here. We're members of Congress. We're parents. We're teachers.
This guy's just holding his ID up.
There's our ID.
Like, this ought to get me in.
Scan that ID. Scan that ID. Steal his identity. Scan that ID. Scan that ID.
News from bed. Scan that ID.
News from bed.
Stop
You're securing this building against who?
The world is on fire.
Who are you protecting in this?
And watch the Super Bowl this Sunday on
Transparency of
Fox.
this administration. The administration that talked about they're going to open the doors to all of these.
So
things
this
that
lady
have-
takes it upon herself. She's like, this is a good moment because all of these cameras are on me. So I'm going to sit and turn to the audience and be the leader here and give a little speech here about why we're being, our rights are being restricted or whatever.
the American public what is going on. They won't even open the door to this
She's
building.
even doing
to
the
let-
thumb thing. The
Obama.
patented politician thumb thing.
They don't like.
They're not real people. They don't understand real people at all. And the reason you get that is from this video, they all think they have the authority to go in when like their entire department is being wiped out. And she put on her best little outfit. And she's going to give a speech.
Members of Congress. We are not posing any threat here. We are not dangerous people. We have not done anything. We're trying to request.
It really upsets me when a black woman culturally appropriates white woman behavior. That drives me nuts. That should be a white woman giving that speech.
You know what? Yeah, but I think they've caught on now, and they know that like a white woman, white left-leaning people will just let someone who isn't white act this way, no matter what. If you look like,
oh sorry,
no, you're good. You can play it while I talk.
Who on his own is making decisions on behalf of the
I don't think
Department
he
of
said that
Education.
though.
He did. He hasn't said anything.
What you're saying is they're not. They allow billionaires and his minions to come in.
I don't
to
know
this
who
building.
he is. I don't know who he is, but I know
Does
who I
look like him. I just got back from the bathhouse. My chicken is warm. I'm ready to enter the building.
Let me in the Department of Education. Oh my.
And I'm a member of Congress with oversight responsibilities trying to request a meeting, and a private security contractor is not allowing me to enter the building.
They allow billionaires to go in this building, but not the people's representatives. They allow billionaires and their cronies to go in, but not. There's a lack of.
Maybe it's because you have so many cameras with you, they won't let you in. Is there anything else in this video that happens, or
Not really, no. We don't need to watch the rest, but basically,
I gotta learn out more what's happening with
every single one of these people, I'd imagine whoever their husband or wife is, would not fuck them this night.
No. What's the USAID? You know, that's like the one that's getting gutted the most.
Yeah. Well, that's the
USAID.
first one.
That's like the one they're going after now.
That was the first one they went after, and they found a ton of shit that they were wasting
Yeah, like
money
they
on.
paid like Ben Stiller like $4 million to take a picture with someone. Like something weird like that. Like, it was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, like you know, Republicans are always like, there's so much government waste. And there used to be an ad on TV that was like, did you know the U.S. government spent like $100 million on research about pickles?
Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty research.
Did you see there was a...
to turn Donald Trump into pickles?
They spent $20 million on making an Iraqi Sesame Street.
Wow.
Did you see that?
No.
Maybe I should pull that up.
I didn't know about that.
Let me pull that up.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know, dude. Like the funding in the government, I guess it has gotten sort of muddled. So it's interesting to see someone try to fix it to a certain extent. I wonder how much of this stuff, because like I have a friend who works for like an agricultural research firm, and they're funded by the Department of Defense. So it's like there's things. Oh, dude, it just why is all your search history Natalie Cuomo, Mount Joy T-shirt? Dude, we're just on Twitter now. This is so sick.
This is pretty sick, right?
Dude, your Twitter is at Patty DeFino.
Is this it? Oh my God.
This is not real. That's not real.
This is 20
Patty, that's not real.
million. Look at the ABC watermark.
Patty, that's not real.
This is real.
This is not real. This is not real.
How do you know this is...
Patty, look at the fucking video. It's not real. First of all, Elmo does not hang out privately with Bert, okay? This is a...
Are you sure this
Patty,
isn't
this
real?
is not... Why would there be bullets at Sesame Street? There's an explosion in the background?
Because it's Iraq. They're downtown. You know how our Sesame Street is supposed to be in Manhattan?
This is like a Dana Carvey show, Ben. This is not real.
Okay, let's see if it's real.
They wouldn't make a fucking... No, it's real, Patty. Look, it's real.
This doesn't look like it needed $20 million. Okay, yeah, so that was real. I guess that's not real. Is this the same one?
Libs
There's
of
gotta
TikTok.
be
Very reliable. No, Libs of TikTok would have it.
No, it's the same one.
She's definitely
It's the same one.
she's definitely
see?
very reliable.
Unless they like let's see if the
She
explosion
said probably
is in
looks something. So they might have made it,
okay,
and this is like a sketch, but
That's
they
like
might
a
have funded
sketch,
it.
yeah.
Dude, but you also there is a certain extent. It's like this is what like the CIA and the FBI like do. They like make these like weird things that are trying to like influence like the culture of other countries. So we have like political gain.
To make it happen, I want my cut to come right out of Nancy Pelosi's fucking pocket. Okay?
That lady, I won't punch Nancy Pelosi in her cooter. Nancy Pelosi comes to my neck of the woods in Tennessee. I'll show her. That might
This
be it.
looks like it might be
Yeah,
it.
that might be it. Not the bullets flying.
Okay. We're not going to be able to understand what they're saying, but I just want to get a look at like the set and stuff.
No, I understand what
because
they're saying.
I like a good like Sesame Street.
I was a translator in the Iraq War. People don't know that about me, but I was a translator.
نعمان نعمان هل أنت في الداخل؟ يمكنك الخروج الآن فقد توقفت العاصفة.
Do the women Muppets have to wear hijab?
Who is that? Wait a minute. They probably do.
نعمان
Dude, they got better characters than us.
يمكنك الخروج الآن فقد توقفت
I know, they have the
العاصفة.
main girl. Look at this guy.
Dude.
James,
Goodbye.
I don't want to say like...
Go ahead. Well, he's got a big fat ass for a nose. Is that what you're
No,
gonna
I
say?
just want to say like... If I had $1 million and all the resources I need to turn you into a Muppet...
That's what he would look like?
Because you got to remember, like, the Muppet, they make them accentuated.
You'd be a sock with eyes glued onto it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even.
Oh,
I would have $1 million and I would spend it all on hookers. All right. what
Here's
is this?
another thing that I think you'll like.
Yeah, I've seen a clip of this.
All right, my life is in your hands. Just Yeah, man, I told you I got you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Chalamet and Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I'm getting on. Mine's on, by the way. Don't be fooled.
Oh, it is on. Oh, I didn't see. All right.
Yeah.
I wish Timothy was the one driving the car. I think it would be a lot funnier if he was.
Why is he there? Do they
I
just
don't
put him on
know.
anything? He should be on Iraq Sesame Street.
He should.
They should do Dune Sesame Street.
They should.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
the Muhad'Dib.
The Spice. Playing the Spice, it's Ray Liotta.
Hey, how's it going? I'm dead.
So what is this? I saw this. I didn't watch it.
Mute it and just play it in the background.
It's
No, play it. Let's watch it. Let's see.
Okay, let's watch
See, I
it.
like Timothy Chalamet. I can't even lie. I like him. I find him likable. I don't like many people, so it's nice. I like you, and I like Timothy Chalamet.
I was like, man, people are.
It's two guys I like in a car.
Got you. All right.
These guys probably have nothing to talk about,
In the studio.
Yeah, that's what
I can't wait to see
Otherwise,
Timothy
you might
code
come off
switch
with
into
a little
black.
bit of writer's block.
Black.
So we always got this thing about like.
Oh
keeping the
shit!
pen.
Timothy's gonna be. Oh,
I mean, look
shit.
at he's like, yeah, man.
Yeah, he's like,
16
he like
bars.
knows.
Yeah,
he's like,
we rolling through the streets
yeah,
right
we
now.
up, we up in New Orleans up in here.
Where are we? Gonzales Park.
So Timothy just got off the Bob Dylan movies, so he's really used to like
He did.
appropriating the linguistics and the speaking patterns of other people, and so he's about to do a movie where he plays all white recreation of Kendrick.
He's
Lamar's
like,
life story.
Kendrick, you actually sampled some of my music in your.
Yeah, he thinks he's Bob Dylan.
I mean,
Kendrick
he
does-
might as well just be Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
I think if you're an actor in a movie and the person that you're portraying has died, you deserve the rights to just take that person's life
Okay.
over.
That-
Because
I
like
guess.
like the who's the guy who played Freddie Mercury?
Oh, Rami Malek.
Rami Malek, like he should just be Freddie Mercury now.
I don't think he can sing though.
But like he doesn't really have to because the
Right.
band's not on tour.
They should have done that. I think every time someone plays a musician in a movie, they should go on a mini tour where they just do a lip sync show.
That would be great.
Right?
Yeah. Then I could finally see.
Let's hear a little bit of their conversation.
Okay.
Go home. You know, always just keep moving.
It's all left ear audio, like
Yeah.
news from bed.
Yeah. Take a minute for you warm up in front of the camera. Take a minute to remember the lines. Get into the character. How long does that? What's that process?
Yeah, all the above. You know, I try to.
This
prep
is
at
what
home.
carpool
But the
karaoke
thing
is
about
going to
acting
be
is if
in
you
the
don't have an
future.
audience, it's just
It's a rapper and then a young white artist. Stay
you know?
tuned next week
You're just
for Haley
ruined, you know,
Steinfeld.
so,
DMX.
I'll definitely try to warm up and then.
Do you think?
Why is he asking Timothy questions?
That's why I'm curious. Do you think Kendrick gives a fuck about Timothy Chalamet?
No.
I thought Kendrick's whole thing is like he hates the industry, and like Timothy Chalamet, if I Chalamet, is the industry.
Also, why is he asking Timothy questions when Kendrick is the one promoting doing the Super Bowl halftime show?
I don't know because it says hashtag Apple Music halftime, which now Apple owns the halftime. I always thought it was Pepsi. I wish it was Pepsi.
No. I guess it's the Apple Music halftime
Is
show.
Timothy Chalamet gonna like perform a Bob Dylan song at the?
I don't even know what's going to happen. He's definitely going to bring people out. Kendrick has already performed at the Super Bowl halftime show like 2 or 3 times.
Some people think he's gonna bring Drake out
That would be really weird to do.
for "They Not Like Us," and Drake's
Drake-
just like, "I'm not like him. I'm not like you
him.
guys.
I'm another guy." Drake's in whiteface. He's just like, "I'm white now. I'm going to do this forever." Oh. He won't bring Drake out. Do you think Drake had purchased tickets to the Super Bowl that he had to sell once they announced the Kendrick? was
I'd imagine they just give Drake free tickets
Yeah.
to the Super Bowl.
I like how the Super Bowl hashtag is Splix.
Splix.
Kendrick's going to be like, "Yo, what up, Splix?" Kendrick's next album is called Splix.
That's a little close to a slur there.
What would this?
NBA, NFL, Spix.
Oh, okay.
Is P a Roman numeral?
No, it's Super
like
Bowl.
10,000.
It's Super Bowl, and then the Roman numerals are.
Oh,
LIX.
okay. So unless it was called the Super Pole, and then it would have to be 9.
And then there would have to be no L.
Yeah.
So not really close at
Yeah,
all.
not even close.
But I'm glad you brought it
You
up.
know, lose that self consciousness when you finally get back out there.
You're gonna lose that self-consciousness.
He's already.
I'm blowing on a catch.
He's like becoming Kanye in a way.
He is.
Dude, I want to hear what Timothy says.
Yeah.
But that takes time. You know, I always try to embrace failure. You were talking about that the other day. You know, that
They were talking the other
The most
day.
important part of a bad day is like the way you leave it. And if you could leave a bad take or a bad day with a positive attitude, then you got nothing to fear. You know.
So he's blacking it up a little bit, but I do give him a little bit of, wiggle room here because, one, how do you not?
Right.
If I was in a car with Kendrick, I'd be like, what up, fool?
Yeah.
What up, blood? Is it
What
blood?
up, Splicks?
What up, Splicks?
Y'all my Splicks though? I'd be like trying to drop like lingo that like I try like make Kendrick feel like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all, you got some Splickses out here for real though?
Yeah,
Some-
just new lingo
Yeah.
and see if it ends up in an album.
Yeah, I saw that girl and I thought she was Gruntularish. Kendrick's like, oh shit, I don't know about Splicks or Gruntularish.
Girl, that booty voodoo. It's like voodoo and food. Something I want to eat and a magic spell.
Your booty FUBU.
That's a FUBU booty. I was subscribed to that. You know
I'm
what saying?
subscribed to food. You got a Hulu ass.
You got a Hulu ass.
I pay $10.99 a month for
I even-
limited features.
Girl, I even watch that ass with ads. You should put an ad on that ass. Also, he's an actor. So,
Right.
like, actors do just kind of blend into whatever.
They are kind of treating Timothy Chalamet like he is a musician, which like he can sing, but he's not like out like we're gonna get a Timothy Chalamet album. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get an album. He's gonna put out a pop song. It's gonna be like, I was in Dune, got sand in my pants, just tried to warm my chicken.
Oh, by the way, did you listen to Beyonce's country album?
Yeah,
It was bad.
I didn't.
It's a bad state for country. Must be really bad if she was the best one.
Me and my girlfriend were talking about this, about how like it's. So we saw a video where this woman was like, I don't understand the Beyonce obsession. And like, I think Beyonce is very talented. It doesn't hit me because I'm not like a gay man or like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I understand it. Like, I've listened to Beyonce album. I think I first really listened to Lemonade, and like I watched that like movie music video for Lemonade.
Yeah.
And like, I respect the craft. But there's like someone on a video online was like, she's not like better than like Rihanna. She's not like better than like Nicki Minaj. Like, she's not like exceeding the art form in a way. Like, to a certain extent, a lot of the Beyonce music that I've heard is kind of in the same vein. Like, she kind of does like her thing.
Right.
She's not like progressing something that's so like she's not like I don't know. It's just I don't understand the Beyonce thing as much.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she paid to get the win, but anyway, we're running out of time on this episode.
Oh, okay.
so
You got
let's-
any more clips?
No, let's get through this.
I think that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions about me as an artist. I'm always locked in, and I'm always trying new things. Now, whether or not I like them is a whole nother conversation, but I have to keep the pen moving. You know, it's not from sanity. And it's also, which also has given me...
They're just going, just going through a White Castle.
You know, find out who I am.
And also,
You mean through the styles?
Let me get 4 chicken rings.
Yeah, and a couple of them sliders. Timothy Chalamet is like, y'all got chitlets in there?
Yeah, y'all got collard greens.
Collard green?
Nah, man, you don't gotta say
No, that
that.
I like more. It would be so funny if he ordered collard greens. And
Let me
then
get a ham hock.
and then had to sit there and pretend that he liked it.
Thanks for bringing me to your culture.
it's really
They're
good.
just sitting at a White
I'm
Castle.
so glad we're at White Castle because when I was Bob Dylan didn't like White Castle.
Yeah, so I can really get out of the
So
character.
now I can get back into my real self, the
Yeah.
Timmy Shaw.
Damn, these chicken rings, I'm putting them on my fingers. I'm feeling scrankankulous.
Expression or the actual lyricism or everything.
I mean, because when we write, man, you gotta sit and go through the emotions and be vulnerable about it. Man,
Yeah,
whether
you
it's
gotta be
a
real shrubduggerous, you know.
fun song or sad or
You
know,
got to be
some
cantankerous.
type of
Like
depth
that's
that
an
might
actual
be
word.
still
Yeah.
relatively your personality.
Are they driving through
Push
Compton?
you through.
No, I think they're in
And so
New
a lot of
Orleans.
these records are right, man.
Oh.
A lot of stuff I
New
probably
Orleans
wouldn't
doesn't
have
look
expressed or
good.
even known about myself if it wasn't for an instrumental behind it.
Well, they can't drive through like the cool part because people will be like, "Is that Timothy Chalamet, Kendrick Lamar in a GNX?"
Yeah. Do you think they have like a GPS telling him where to go, or is he just kind of like freeballing it?
Turn right. The whole interview is like, turn right on Jadankale Road.
Turn right on Voodoo Magic Drive.
superlatives and tones.
Turn left on Hulu Booty Avenue.
Reflection, right? To preserve.
They might be in
space
LA.
for
There's palm
everyone,
trees,
man.
but I'm sure there's
Everyone
palm
here.
trees.
That's what
Interesting.
That's what pushes me, man. That's why I like the Man at the Garden, and even the fact that it's at the top of the record.
Yeah, that's how it felt like to me. You know, also being a fan of music forever and knowing like
Timothy.
where you at now.
He
man.
does have
Like,
his
it's
Timothy
crazy
spelled like a
little
black guy
halftime
would
show.
have Timothy spelled.
He does.
Timothy.
And you just keep
Timothy.
climbing, bro. It's, like,
Timothy.
amazing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, my
And
full
I
name's
mean
actually
that shit well,
Timothy
and
is
Man at the Garden, I
Shalamatri.
mean every word on that motherfucker, man. That's probably the easiest record to write. You know, and I figured out who I am in this present moment. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wish it was like just Kendrick Lamar, but you know, you win some, you lose some.
I wish it was who's the guy that hosts Carpool Karaoke?
James Corden.
Yeah, and they like were rapping.
He's like,
and-
how about we sing Shania Twain, Mr. Lamar?
No. We gon' Kendrick's like, no. We're gonna do Black of the Berry.
Yeah. And the
Sex in the mall. Fire in the streets. Burn, baby, burn. That's all I want to see, Mr. Lamar.
Mr. Lamar.
Can I say it in carpool karaoke? Do you mind it
Do
when
you
I'm
mind
singing
if
the
I
song?
say? We'll edit it out in post.
I saw you bring that white girl on stage.
I don't
and-
know a single member's name of my band. Have you ever seen that clip?
Well, he doesn't know any of his camera members' name either. That
Dude,
was
they
it,
asked
too.
him who the lead member of his band was like a year into the show, and he's like, Dave?
Right.
And it's just like,
Oh. Well, that guy, see, people always talk about nepotism now, and I think it's actually cleverly to hide the talk about industry plants, because there's way more industry plants than there are nepotism, because the idea of selling out has disappeared. You can no longer sell out. Your goal is to sell out now. There's no punk, there's no alt. It's just, this is just what it is. We're all on one big blob, gelatinous blob of entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And so the convenient narrative for people who were placed and picked from like an art school to be a next pop star, like fucking, I think about like Olivia Rodrigo, like whatever. She
Yeah.
makes fine music. It all sounds like Paramore to me, but she is obviously someone. It's not like she like fought her way up. She was on like a Disney Channel original TV show,
Mhm.
and it's like, I'm not saying that you're not allowed to work your way up, but some of you are on a path.
yeah.
And while
Can you, other than Wizards of Waverly Place, can you name one thing that Selena Gomez did that was good?
I got lupus.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been News from Bed. We're going to continue this episode on the Patreon.
Yeah, it looks like you have one final clip. So if you want to see what Patty's final clip is,
Yeah, we'll do that final clip.
do you need to stop recording, or should we just roll right through?
We can roll right through. I'm gonna like hit the AC real quick.
Okay,
though.
can I get some
Cool it
water?
down. Yeah. Let's take a little break.
I'm gonna do birthing legs while you're.
Okay. Patreon.com/news from